It's what everyone's looking for, particularly brokers and investment bankers, are situations that they can talk about that might get a bit of a bounce. So there's some on takeover rumours, profit downgrades, which obviously cause a bit of shorting, and capital raisings and so on. And Fairfax is a bit of everything, actually. If you look at it, it's had an 8% downgrade, and Gina Rinehart's now up to 15%, demanding 1 or 2 board seats, and there's persistent talk that it might need to raise equity. So, Liz, where do we sit with Fairfax, your employer?
Yeah, my employer. I think I can say extremely confidently, as I understand it, certainly Gina will get 1 board seat. Now, she's has been asking for 2 up until now, so... and I guess we'll have to wait to see whether she gets to that 19.9%, which seems to be her target at this point in time. And if she does, I think there's probably a reasonable chance we'll get 2. I think at this point, certainly, the Fairfax board has lost its will for a fight. And I think there will certainly be an accommodation of some description, which will certainly be 1 and possibly 2 board seats for Gina.
Do you think that Gina's got a recovery plan for Fairfax?
I don't know if a recovery plan is
what's
necessarily...
What's it do for the share price, do you think, if Gina gets her board seats?
Well, obviously, if people think that she's going to make a bid, that'll do lots for the share price. But I don't think there's too many people around that really... realistically think that she's going to bid.
Why would you bid for Fairfax, really?
I mean, wasn't it interesting
the trend
this week?
is set. They hit the iceberg years ago when someone inconveniently invented the internet, and they haven't turned the rudder since. And why would you buy it? All these billionaires have bought in over $1, and it's now, what, 60 cents?
I think they've got agendas
They're not
beyond
making an investment.
I don't think their agenda is investment-driven. I think their agenda is quite different, and I think it's perhaps more influence-driven than investment-driven. And if it is,
so you wouldn't follow them.
So do you think that she's buying Fairfax to shape the national political debate?
I think that is part of her agenda. Perhaps
so she's
also
happy.
the
So she's
Rinehart family debate.
She's happy to spend $1 billion to get us all thinking right.
She actually started buying...
To do that, she needs to tell you what to write.
Maybe she does.
You're going to become a resources analyst, I think.
I'll certainly become very, very supportive of the industry, yeah.
No, but it was interesting the other day when she bought those extra shares. She was at 13, she went and bought 2%.
Yep.
Take it at 15%. The share price didn't move.
No.
Stayed at 60%.
Exactly.
Everyone just said, how much do you want? It's 60 cents. How much do you want?
Exactly. How much do you want? I don't think she had any trouble finding a seller. And the second issue, obviously, that it's not suggesting for a second that anybody thinks that she's going to have to make a takeover bid. That's not being entertained by anybody. So, hence, the share price didn't move beyond 60 cents. In any other company, it would have, gone through the roof.
So I suppose the central question is not whether there's a takeover bid, but whether the Fairfax board becomes dysfunctional with her on it. Does Fairfax become a better run company when she's there in the boardroom, or a worse run company?
It'll be chaotic. It'll be a chaotic time because, her agenda is completely different from the whole modus operandi of this company. And the rules of engagement between the commercial side and the editorial side, the independence of editorial, she just doesn't think that's a way to run a company. She thinks that the commercial side should dictate the editorial side. So I just think it'll be, if she gets on the board, it's going to be chaos.
She's not personally going to get on the board, is she?
Yes,
yeah.
of course.
Oh, okay.
Yes.